everyone, and welcome to Moose Sherrod Ice Arena for CTN's live coverage of girls high school hockey. It's game number 2 of the year for the champion. Howie Shapiro and Jerry Grant up top, and very excited, guys, to see what this team can achieve this season.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, Howie.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Obviously, I was talking to Coach Gutty, and he said he thinks he's got a deeper team than he did a year ago. He played 3 lines in their opening win, and he thinks he can consistently play 3 lines as the season unfolds. This is a huge test, Jerry, for these guys.
Oh, it absolutely is. And look at the Birds just came off a 5-4 thrilling win against Eden Prairie the other night where they're down. They came back in the third, got the winning goal, and they lost this team 4-2 last year, so they have a challenge tonight.
Yep, and North Wright County's coming off a win, too, in overtime against Up and Alex, so big win for them as well.
Yeah, 4 goals from 4 different players. Couple of those freshmen.
All 4 of them freshmen.
All 4.
First varsity goal. All 4. Crazy.
Well, a lot of goals coming back for Coon Rapids. This top line of June Semling, Lily McKenzie, and Sydney Bertovic accounted for 53 goals and more than 120 points last year.
Yeah.
Shot from the point by Zahalka sails wide, recovered and pushed back in by Callie Alphin. Bertovic pinched there in the corner. Puck tied up there. Bertovic stays with it. Comes free to the Riverhawks. They play it across and out. Lilet recovers off the boards. Into the zone. Little toe drag poked away by Zahalka. Off the boards for Semling, but taken away by North Wright County. Chance in the slot. The shot by Roz Landkamer right into the midsection of netminder Grace Lund.
Well, I'd like to see the Bluebirds roll their lines a little bit. That's over a minute shift for that first unit right away. You got to get everybody in the game, get things rolling, not get tired out by the third. And had a little problem in their defensive zone, turning the puck over. Did that last year.
Yes, they did. You know, and Grace Lund's getting the start tonight in net for the Bluebirds. Maddie Wastrel dealing with a little concussion. So she's Grace. It's going to be a big opportunity for Grace to stand tall in net.
Puck played back to the near corner, poked at there by Oswego. Recovered out of the corner by Allie Paginen. CPCR able to get it out to neutral ice. Fired right back in by Lauren Weimer.
Yeah, North Wright County wants to dump the puck in. They'll dump and chase to try to get on the forecheck. They got 2 in hard already trying to get to that puck.
4th meeting between these 2 teams. Riverhawks have won the last 2. All have been very close. It started with CPCR's first ever win in section play, a 1-0 victory 2 years ago. A power play goal in the first period was the only mark. Maddie Wastrel made 32 saves in the shutout for that one. Since then, CPCR came up here 2 seasons ago and lost in overtime. Riverhawks tying that game 8 seconds remaining in regulation and then getting the winner less than a minute into the extra period. Last year, a couple of goals in the close together in the middle frame helped North Wright County to a 4-2 win with an empty net. That one played at the Coon Rapids Ice Center. This one played right in on goal by Avery Anderson, covered up by the keeper Katie Lemke.
Yeah, first shot for the Bluebirds.
Well, in talking to the coach Gutty, I said, you know, obviously they're going to get production from that first line. He says, but he's looking for production from other players because they can't always rely on that first line because opponents know they got to keep that first line in check for the Bluebirds.
Yeah, that's right.
Shot from the point by Alphin, turned away by Lemke, but the Bluebirds returned 9 of their top 10 scorers who all finished in double digits last year in points. 3 of those top 10 were just freshmen last year, including June Semling, who started her high school career with a 40-point campaign. 15 goals, 25 assists.
Pretty nice way to start your freshman campaign, for sure.
North Wright County, again, like Jerry talked about, get it in deep, try to recover, stay strong on the forecheck, and make Chample Park Coon Rapids defend. Bernovic tied up a little bit as she went to forecheck at the other end. Now McKenzie trying to break things up. Semling in on the attack. Got it back, puts it toward the net. Not a lot on it as she was down on a knee. Bernovic tried to redirect. The Lemke able to scoop it up. And yeah, every team they play this season better be ready for this top line.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's head coach Kaylee Bean, and I talked to her. And Jerry, what do you think the #1 key was for her?
Grit.
Keep that first line in check, but just play their game. And I asked her, what is that game? Just stay on the puck. Stay on the puck.
Yep, that's what
pressure changed the game last year up at Crick, no doubt. Yep. They kept all over every time Coon Rapids Chample Park turned around. They had pressure on the puck. Never able to find any time and space.
Yeah. Just like there, Lily had a chance. She had 1-on-3. So there are people around her every time.
Yep, stay on the puck. Yeah, just go to the puck, and that's what they do.
Yeah. And the good thing is, if you're Lily McKenzie, you got 3 people on you, you're going to have somebody open. Yep. So she'll get some assists. Just keep her head up and play that pass.
Yeah, some pretty talented skaters open as well. There's Todd Gutterman, head coach for the Bluebirds.
In his 4th season.
Yeah, he's been a great addition to this program for sure.
That's win number 48 as head coach of this Chample Park Coon Rapids squad. Now 48, 29-4 since taking over 3 seasons ago. They have won in the quarterfinals each of his 3 years to this point.
Yep.
But each of those 3 wins was followed by a loss to Maple Grove.
Oh, yeah.
You've got to find a way to get past the Giants.
That's the challenge this year.
To get out of this this section each and every year, really.
Centennial and Maple Grove.
Doesn't get easier. They have a tough schedule to start the season.
We'll talk about that at some
Well, I
some
knew
point.
you would. I was just leading you up for that.
I have it written down.
I know you do. Because you're a pro, consummate pro.
I try to be. There you go.
Bowden cross ice. Finds Anna Pitson. Swegan had it poked off her stick. Poke checked away just as she hit the blue line. And I like that was not called. It was a stick lift.
Yep.
That was a rush.
By Pitson, but anytime the stick comes away from the hands, it's likely to be a penalty nowadays. This one played down the wing. Foot race for it.
Oh, nice maneuver.
Played out front and a goal for Danica Wywood. Just won the foot race. Held Olfen off to get to the front of the net. Finds the 5-hole on Lund.
It's a pretty goal.
And starts the scoring.
Well, again, what happened there, Holly, is Wright County was able to dump the puck down, outnumber the Bluebirds down deep in the corner, and then we had 1 defenseman there for the Bluebirds to take the one player. She tried to keep that player from coming to the net. It didn't work.
Well, when I talked to Coach Bean about, who's the player that we ISO, it was that young lady right there, because she's a leader on the ice and she's a leader off the ice. 8 goals, 4 assists a year ago. So we're going to rely on her to lead this squad.
Well, she's really strong on her skates. She's able to make that corner and get to the net.
I think that's the last thing that the Bluebirds wanted, is to fall behind here.
There's a chance for him to tie. Bernovic shot stopped. Rebound still loose. Bernovic spins and puts it into the near corner. Chample Park Coon Rapids with their top line trying to find a quick answer, and Bernovic nearly able to net her first of the season. A 5-4 win, 3 goals for Lily McKenzie, the 2 others for June Semling. A couple of assists in the game for Bernovic. This one just cleared the length of the ice and will be icing, as the Riverhawks just needed to relieve the pressure.
Yeah, and you saw what the Riverhawks did there, Howie. They all collapsed to the house.
Yep.
And they had 3 or 4 bodies right in the slot area to try to block some of those shots as well and cover people. So they're going to do that this evening a lot, I think, is get a lot of bodies in front of that net area to cover people.
That one did get out, so CPCR will have to check up. Forced right back in by Pitson. Played all the way down. Milton had it taken away. The centering attempt taken away by Oswego.
Too much stick handling.
Steal down low for Landcamer, looking for help. She'll slide it back down into the corner where it's retrieved by Ringett. Poked away from her. Held along the near boards by Pulowski. And back into the corner by Williams. CPCR regroups behind their own net. Swegan across to Milton.
Got to handle the pass.
One skips off the stick of Pitson, and CPCR forced to break out again. Oswego off the near boards, out of the reach of Pitson. Everett fires it back down low. CPCR tying up after it was overskated there by Talon Tollefson. Out to the point. Brill's shot deflected into the near corner. Sent back around by Pitson. Again, good offensive zone pressure from the Riverhawks, keeping CPCR bottled up. They're getting some fresh legs out, getting a line change. Oh, that a chance for Weiland, but it just skipped under her stick. CPCR not able to get it out of the zone. Weiland flips it back. That one's going to be knocked down and then touched with a high stick by Anna Pitson, and that'll get a much-needed whistle for the visiting Bluebirds.
Well, that's what the Riverhawks did to them last year. They got in the forecheck. They're turning pucks over. They're getting the defense to run around and leave people open in the wrong areas, which is in front of the net. They need to tighten that up.
Well, the key is possession down in the Bluebirds' end. They've been dealing with that a lot here, and Bluebirds having trouble getting it out of their own end.
Yeah, they're just not handling the breakout passes when they have them.
And able to roll lines in the offensive zone possession is not easy, especially this early in the season. So really things looking very good for North Wright County early in this contest. That one fired wide off the back end, boards by Lexi Shum. CPCR able to poke it out. Shum back inside her own zone, ahead to Weiland. Gets around Alphen, sends it ahead. Now gets it back on the far boards. Backhanded pass attempt, didn't get through. Bernovic had her stick lifted by Alexa Larson, kept in momentarily. Now flipped back in by Shum and right back out by CPCR. Fresh on the ice and on the puck is Brooke Williams. Attacking down into the far corner. She carries behind, gets away from the poke check.
Ooh, nice pass.
Finds somebody walking in, a shot and a blocker save. Roz Landcamer with a great opportunity to give the Riverhawks a 2-0 edge, and that's going to get you a penalty each and every time as Semling. It's going to be called for the trip. It could have been called a check. It could have been called a knee, but that motion is always going to get called.
Riverhawks right now are out skating the Bluebirds. They are working hard. They're playing good structure as a team, covering for each other, and they're getting the Bluebirds to run around in their own zone, and that leads to nothing but trouble and usually a penalty.
Yeah, and a little frustration maybe on the Bluebirds half, just not being able to get that puck out of their end.
Shot played into the near corner. Covered along the boards. North Wright County gets set up. Landcamer down to the corner is pressured. She'll send it in deep. CPCR staying physical on the puck in the corner, keeping them bottled up. It's Nola Milton handling the defense down low.
Oh,
played out front. That one just off the stick of Charlotte Heckendorf. Weiland trying to come off the far boards, flips it backhand across the zone. Bowden scoops it up, plays it out, and is going to race for the puck into the zone. As help out front is shot on, and it's turned away by Lamke. A great opportunity for Caitlin Easton.
Oh, beautiful pass to Easton as well.
Weiland deflects that one all the way down. It'll be icing.
Yep, she drew the defender over to her and was able to slide the puck through the triangle and get it to the middle.
You know, one of the things that Coach Bean told me is that in the keys, as you see here, just a beautiful pass. It's unfortunate they couldn't convert, but they said their special teams have been struggling here early in the season, which is early, and they're going to work on that here tonight, and an opportunity here on the power play to see if they can convert.
This one flipped up and out by Williams. The race down the near boards. Alphen keeps control of the puck. She can't get the clear, gets another chance, and this one is all the way down. Lily McKenzie racing in, but it's covered up by Lemke.
Yeah, Lemke,
and we'll get another face-off in the Riverhawks zone.
She knew who that was.
Yeah.
She didn't want to mess around with that puck.
You make sure you cover up that puck and force that face-off. So far, the Bluebirds out shooting North Wright County 5-3, but Riverhawks out playing the Bluebirds.
Yeah, the last 5 minutes has been Riverhawks.
Yep.
Right now they got somebody floating in the middle there. There you go.
Have yet to get a shot on this power play, and we've talked about it since Gutterman took over the program 3 seasons ago. That's a hallmark of the CPCR play. Shorthanded, they're going to be aggressive, they're going to pressure, and they're going to force turnovers and try and play in the offensive zone even when shorthanded. Great steal on the pass by Bernovic. She turns up ice. She's got McKenzie crashing toward the net. The pass out front was taken away, though, by Shum. Shum leads things back the other way, down the right wing. Lost the handle a bit, stops up in the corner. Milton over to pressure, plays it down low for Heckendorf. She can't center, it's off the back of the iron. Kept in along the near boards.
Oh, they killed that penalty off.
CPCR able to kill off the penalty.
Well, we got a hand in the air, and we got a check coming up. And in goes number 14.
So after a successful kill, CPCR is going to be able to put their power play.
Yeah, that's a check right there. She rode her right into the board.
Well, Coach Gutty has to feel pretty good about the fact that they were on the penalty kill. They didn't give up a goal out trailing 1-0. Now they have an opportunity on the power play to see if they can even it up.
Yep. Well, now they need to take some momentum out of the kill into the power play and get some zone time, get some shots, see if they can tie it up. Is right.
Landcamer's been effective in the offensive zone already in this first period. That time, an offensive zone aggression she'd like to maybe take back a little bit. Good step up by Alphen to keep it in. That shot up over the cage, off the end glass. Recovered off the far boards. Out to the point, Alphen is shot, kicked away. Rebound skips off of the stick as Zahalka and a shorthanded 2-on-1 back the other way. Weiland, what a glove save by Grace Lund.
Wow, Grace Lund came up huge, guys. I mean, you get a goal scorer like Weiland coming in all alone on you, and she's trying to go top.
Perfect shot, perfect save.
Yeah, great save.
Well, and you'd like to not get in this position.
No.
But Alphen can't allow that pass to get into the middle.
Nope.
That you have to let your goaltender take the puck, and you cannot let that pass get across. Weiland, her eyes must have been the size of saucers. But great save by Grace Lund.
And then the other issue is how did the 2-on-1 develop anyhow?
Yes, exactly.
Bernovic gets it into the neutral zone for Bowden. She carries in, drops it back. Sydney Bernovic. Cross ice, one-timer by Oswego, and she did not get what she wanted on it. It was blocked to the boards. Bernovic twisting and turning, looking for help. Plays it across. McKenzie ahead for Bowden. Oswego into the zone. Lost the handle, down into the corner.
Yeah, you got to attack that loose puck. Nobody there.
Hernandez has some time. She will send it 200 feet. 35 seconds left on the penalty to Rouse Landcamer. McKenzie gets through a couple of defenders. Into the zone, a shot, a blocker save.
Outside.
And it's up and out of play. Or was it offside?
Yeah, he had a guy at the line pointing a delayed outside.
That was a really late whistle.
Well, at least his signal said outside, so I'm hoping it's right. I read my rule book before I came in.
Maybe the P in his whistle isn't working.
Well, it's not cold enough. That's for those outdoor games. Remember those?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that's when the P will freeze.
The P will freeze.
Right, they still have 25 seconds, Joe.
Face-off win for CPCR. Milton carries in, gets dragged down, gets it back to Alphen. His shot, that didn't get through. Backhand, rebound, chance at a goal! Huge. And we are all tied up at Moose Sherritt with 3:50 to go in this first period. That's going to be a first career goal for freshman Anna Pitson.
Well, Anna was Down there doing that gritty work that you talked about. And that was Coach Duddy talked about how
go for those greasy goals, and that's exactly how they tied this one up. And you're getting contributions from somebody other than that top line, which I think is huge.
Nice shot by Alphen. Got down there at 2 players down in the crease and able to just keep mucking away at it and get that rebound in. So that's a big goal because
huge goal.
Because North Wright County has been playing really well the last 5-6 minutes. So good for Pitson to get her first goal.
Yep.
So they say they gave the assists to Alphen and Milton, but I'm pretty sure that was Caitlin Easton, number 6, not number 8, in front of the net, which will get the primary assist. Alphen the secondary. When the dust settles, either way, we have a tie game at 1-1.
Well, that's a good momentum goal.
Well, I was just going to say that, Jerry, because North Wright County really had most of the momentum, even though it was 1-0. The Bluebirds were able to tie it up, and it's still out shooting the Riverhawks 8-4.
Yeah. Well, 3 shots on that power play, including the goal. The Riverhawks 0 shots on their power play opportunity.
Yeah, that's a little bit. Well, here we go again. Yeah, you go.
Landcamer had it knocked away. A chance out front. McKenzie, little backhander, not a lot on it. Lemke kicks it away. Kept in the zone. Continue to get in the passing lanes. Alphen passes in the skates for McKenzie. She circles back to the red line, avoids Tollefson into the zone. Her shot is blocked. Played back off the near boards and out by Hernandez. Alphen turns it back up for Bernovic. She's battling along the boards, comes to Alphen. Alphen sidesteps the pressure from Tollefson and will skate it into the zone. Onto her forehand, a shot, a goal! And just like that, the Bluebirds have taken the lead.
Well, you talk about momentum change. All of a sudden, Jerry and Joe, that the Bluebirds have it now on their side after it looked like the Riverhawks were going to take that momentum early in that first period.
Yeah, well, the Riverhawks made a couple mistakes. That one there, they let one stick handler dangle all the way through the neutral zone right into their end and get a shot off. You got to take the stick away and not let her get to that spot, and they just looked at her. So.
Yeah, Kelly Alphen taking advantage of what was given. Hey, great moves. She had 5 goals, 5 assists.
Yeah, if they're going to keep backing towards the goal, you just keep going towards the net, and sooner or later you'll get a screen.
So she had 5 goals, 5 assists in her freshman year. Gets her first here of the sophomore season. And yeah, it was just being patient and not panicking, and they're going to draw another penalty. And now the Riverhawks a little flustered late in the first period. They find themselves trailing, about to go shorthanded again. And here's Bowden dangling her way to the slot, lost the handle, and there it's played, and the whistle sounds.
Well, North Wright County is going to have a little talk about defense after this period ends if they are lucky to get out of here 2-1, because they've really started out playing well, but the last few shifts they've been backing in, just watching players come into their end without challenging them at the blue line.
Well, it goes back to that point that Gutty made about the depth on this squad, and you're seeing it here because you got 2 goals by players not on that first line, and that's kind of what he was talking about.
Yeah, you see here, there's a stick. When you get it up under the armpit and then try again, that's definitely going to be a penalty. Well, the thing that's changed, Joe, is I think that the Bluebirds have started to skate.
Yep.
Yeah, and give Alphen a lot of credit, not only for the shot, but the patience to not panic when she got into traffic that was all the other color jersey. She found her way through, and like you said, they kind of backed off, gave her gaps way too big.
Yeah.
And she found her way to her forehand. That shot, the goal. June Semling, top shelf snipe. And just like that, it's a 3-1 lead for CPCR.
Yeah,
we noticed June last year, Howie, and we know what she can do.
Absolutely, very talented, and Coach Bean has to be a little bit concerned about the momentum that her squad started with is now all tilted the other way.
Yeah, you watch this nice off the wall. There's some time and space, gets the puck down low, turns and just shoots it. So nice shot by Semling. She's able to get it under the bar. But again, there was a space there. The coverage was not where it needed to be. You got a player 8 feet from your net, open inside the box there, and that's not good.
And here comes Semling again around the right side, goes behind the net, off the boards, out to the point. Milton tried to give it back to her. It's tipped away by Landcamer. Down in the corner, pressure comes from that Cardinal top group. Semling with a steal behind the net, withstands a little body contact. Puck comes free to McKenzie, out to the point. Moving with it is Oswego. A tip out front, didn't get through. Banging away it is Brnovic. There to support is McKenzie. She comes away with the puck, turns and shoots. That's deflected into the corner. Back out to Brnovic. Tried to jam it home. It's tipped away. And it is just a chaotic scramble in the defensive end for North Wright County right now. That one was apparently deflected, so no icing.
Yeah, good pace of play right now for the Bluebirds.
McKenzie a steal at center ice, just under a minute to go in the first period. Poked free, scooped up there by Avery Anderson. Anderson got it into the middle for Reed, but she couldn't hold on in traffic. North Wright County back the other way. Lexa Larson leaves it off. Shot from a long way out, trickles into the near corner.
Yeah, Bluebirds need to just get organized. Last 30 seconds in your own zone. Don't run around, play your position.
Weiland draws traffic, puck comes to the point, shot doesn't get through. Still loose up front and a goal. Charlotte Heckendorf, as she was going to a knee.
Yeah, just we were talking about, Joe. They started running around like they're doing earlier in the period, and they were not able to just take care of business. One clear would have made it the clock run out, but give North Wright County credit. They just got after it and went down low and were able to get the puck by. You see here, you got the shot from the point, and you got nobody down deep, and there's an open player. You always got to keep between that player and the net, but they're fishing for the puck, and that doesn't work very well.
Heckendorf getting her second of the season.
2-on-1 if they can do it. Here it goes.
Long shot being going wide, glove by Lemke. 7 seconds remain in period number 1.
Well, the history's here. You can't think just because you're up 3-1 in this team that it's all over, because they will keep battling back. They don't give up, this squad. They work.
Yeah, 4 minutes to go in this period. It was 1-0 North Wright County. And just a scoring explosion. It all starts with the Coon Rapids Champlain Park Coon Rapids power play goal. Gets them even. They had a couple more. They got things clicking, feeling pretty good. And then a late goal for North Wright County. Charlotte Heckendorf cut them back to a 1-goal lead. And over with head coach Todd Gunnerman is our Howie Shapiro. Howie?
Thanks, Joe. I am here with head coach Gutty. You guys started out a little bit slow, gave up that goal, but I thought all the momentum went to your favor. Tough to give up that goal here at the end of the first period. But some of the things you talked about, getting contributions from other players and getting greasy goals, you saw that in the first period.
Yeah, we did. And even though they scored first, I still felt like even at that point, I think we were out shooting them like 6-2 or whatever it was. So I like our period. We do got to be better in our D zone right now. But, you know, through the first 2 games, we got a shorty and 3 power play goals, so I'm liking how special teams looking.
Grace came up big with a big glove save early in that first period. You got to feel pretty good about your goaltender being able to come up with saves like that on a breakaway.
That was huge. And, you know, we have a lot of confidence in Grace. Obviously, missing Maddie hurts. She's been our 3-year stalwart. But you know, Grace has a great battle level, and she showed she's a great goalie that period.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second period. We're going to take a quick break and be back with highlights of the first period right after this.
Did you know major recreational equipment like RVs, campers, converted buses, and boats are allowed on residential property in Coon Rapids? But you are limited to 2 items that must be registered and operable. And any vehicle parked at a home for more than 12 hours must not exceed a certain size. For more information on this and other city codes, Log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
We just back at Moose Sherritt Arena in Monticello, home of the North Wright County Riverhawks. It's a very early season matchup between a couple of section rivals. Champlain Park, Coon Rapids has a bit of an edge after the first, but it started with Weiland winning a race, strong on her edges to cut out front, slamming it through the 5-hole. She had a chance to make it 2-0 shorthanded, but Grace Lund came up with a huge save. CPCR able to convert on the power play, first of the career for Anna Pitson. And that broke it open. Callie Alphen scored her first of the season. Then on the power play, it's June Semling. Top snipe. But inside the final 30 seconds, they leave Charlotte Heckendorf alone out front. She has time to settle it down, make sure it's very comfortable on the ice, pick her spot, and put it home. 2 goals on just 5 shots for Riverhawks in the first period.
Well, you know, it was a very competitive period like we expected, Howie, because these two teams, whenever they meet, it's a 1-goal game right to the wire. So I expect the same thing to happen. The key, one of the keys we talked about earlier was the Bluebirds power play. It came through 2 for 2
times.
But the other thing we talked about was D-zone coverage, and at the end, we didn't see what we needed to see.
Well, no, and the thing is, too, is special teams, I know we're hurting a little bit for the Riverhawks, and you see him gave up 2 power play goals. I know that's something that Coach Bean's going to talk to her squad about, but you know, I think you guys are great hockey minds. I am certainly not. However, I know you always say you can't give up a goal in the last minute of a period, and that's exactly what the Bluebirds did.
Yeah, that first minute, last minute.
Yep.
It's the cardinal rule, unwritten rule of hockey, to be sure. But not only was CPCR perfect 2 for 2 on their power play, North Wright County's power play didn't produce a single shot and gave up a couple of opportunities shorthanded. So special teams will continue to be a focus, but the Riverhawks, after a good start, find themselves trailing. We drop the puck on period number 2 right after this on CTN. back at Moose Sherrod Arena. CPCR, no stranger to being in tight battles. They won a 1-goal game in the opener on Saturday down in Eden Prairie. Now holding on to a 1-goal lead, and as we talked about a little bit in that first period, getting a little more depth to scoring. All 5 of their goals in the opener coming from that top line.
Yeah.
They've got 2 of their 3 goals coming on the power play, but 2 girls getting their first goals of the season in Kelly Elfin, sophomore, and Avery Anderson, the freshman, getting her first career varsity ballot.
They're going to need that depth because we know who they play coming up on Saturday, number 2 Hill Murray.
Yeah, that's
then down the line. I think they have Minnetonka again, do they?
I think that, yeah,
and that's number 3, and number 4 is Andover, and number 5 is Centennial, number 6 is Benel. I thought I saw them on the schedule.
Yep.
And number 7 is Maple Grove, and then they have Eden Prairie at number 19, and number 1 War Road May. What a schedule!
Hey, you got to beat the best. You got to play and beat the best if you can.
That's right.
Yeah, they have never shied away from good competition. Semling with a block on the shot from the point. Deflects into the corner. Riverhawks able to recollect. A long shot from Weiland, handled and held by Grace Lund.
Yeah, Weiland's been in trouble today. Every time she has the puck in her stick, she makes something happen.
Get around the top of the circles, look to get a little bit of traffic.
Yep, the lefty on the right side.
Sent out of the zone by CPCR, circling at her own blue line is Larson, Shum, had it taken away by Semling, streaking into the zone. She lost the handle on the wet ice behind the net, or she might have had a chance to come out front and do something dangerous.
I'll tell you, the Riverhawks want that next goal.
Well, they're getting odd rushes almost here because you get a little sloppy there.
Hernandez gets the red line, dumps it in deep. Riverhawks in hard on the forecheck. McKenzie comes away with the puck for CPCR. Lost it going around Bernovic. Bernovic will control, get it into the zone. Riverhawks trying to break out the near side. Stopped up by Alfin. McKenzie continues to pressure. Puck to Williams in the far corner as Pitson is there to pressure in the near corner. Bowden comes up with the steal. Bowden out to the line. Sent back in by Callie Alfin. Up again, Alfin walking in, wants another, got stopped by the shoulder of Lemke as she saw that upper corner on the short side open. It was there, but Lemke just gets a shoulder.
Alpha, nice
keeps
job
it a one-goal game.
Yeah, she walked off from the sidewall.
Again,
nice.
Her goal earlier, right? About the patience of being playing with the puck.
Yeah, she let that defender commit, found the opening, walked to the middle, and just a little higher. It was a goal.
Yeah, Lemke did a good job of just making sure corralled that puck, didn't give up that rebound either.
Kicked out to center ice. And Leland able to win the race into the zone. Good pressure and support coming over for Kylie Oswego. Bowden plays it around. Pitson can't get it out of the zone. Oswego circles back in the corner. One touch pass intercepted. North Wright County on the attack, centered, and a good job out front by Nola Milton. Had Belle Leland tied up, and she could not get a stick on the puck.
There's the trouble with the breakout again.
Oswego off the boards to herself, gets it ahead. Paginen. They run into one another. Deflected into the zone by Bowden. Lazy change by the Bluebirds.
Frustration.
And almost gave up a huge outnumbered situation. It would have been a 3-on-1. And they've still got numbers, a chance in close, and Lund comes up with a huge save. Heckendorf again right on the doorstep.
And not a lot on that shot by her either, but your goaltender has to come up big, and again, you cannot give up the puck like that in front of the net.
Yep.
I mean,
see the position here.
Yep, look at that.
Two
Nobody
out there,
there.
one behind the net.
Well, and more so, you can't go for that change without getting that puck deep.
Nope. Yeah.
And frustration, you can't let your frustration get a hold of you. You got to play the game until your shift's over.
And there shouldn't be any frustration when you're up. And it's still early in the period.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, the legs look a little sleepy for CPCR to start the second. And we saw that kind of at the beginning of the first as well. North Wright County coming out a lot faster and pressuring.
Yeah, I'm impressed with North Wright County's defense. They're doing a really good job containing play a lot of this game so far.
Easton reaching, can't disrupt Larson. Larson sends it in deep. Easton sends it around. Waiting for it is Anderson. Anderson's pass out of the reach of Olivia Reed. Circling is Shum. Shum gets through a couple of defenders. And here's Callie Alphin stepping up. Alphin shoots, kicked away by Lemke.
Yeah, Alphin's been noticeable today.
Yes, absolutely has.
Landcamer getting around a defender, tied up in the corner with June Semling. Puck comes free. Bernovic controls. Fanned on the pass. Now she gets it ahead. Tipped in front of her by McKenzie. Lily McKenzie battles into the corner. Comes away with the puck. Tried to center. Bernovic there to support. Had it momentarily. Semling stays strong on her stick. Fires that one up over the net.
Yeah, she just out-muscled the defender there.
Battle along the near boards.
Yeah, the refs will just let them play. They finally blew the whistle.
Great camera work by Dave Emmy down in that corner.
He's down there doing his job. Strom probably wanted
Second
the whistle
to none,
there.
Dave Emmy.
He does that job in his sleep.
Oh, he does?
Most of the time he is sleeping when he's on the job.
Does he have an automated camera? AI, I tell you, it's taking over everything.
Absolutely. Alan Iverson?
Ring it, able to win the...
For young people out there, you'll have to
look it up. Google it.
Able to win the draw. North Wright County, though, not able to break the zone. Defense stepping up again. At the line, Milton plays it to the boards. Tied up there. Zahalka can't get it through the traffic. Landcamer finally gets it out. Milton will send it right back in. Long pass ahead, good speed again from North Wright County. Out front the goal! And just like that, we're all tied up. Brooke Williams, again, using speed to win a race to a loose puck. Strong edges to come across the front of the net. She actually kind of lost the handle on this, and it ends up sliding right through the 5-hole on Grace Lund and getting us to even at 3-all.
That's not on Grace, that's on the defense, letting that player get around
absolutely.
her.
Yeah, you're right. She did lose the handle a little bit, but enough to, I think she got a little tip again at the end there, but enough to get the goal to tie it up at 3, and all of a sudden we're back even.
Yeah, well, the one thing that the Bluebirds defense has to realize that this team can skate. They have some players that can really go. Yeah, it's kind of weird. What we saw in the first period for a while is we're seeing again in the second. All of a sudden, North Wright County's skating hard, and the Bluebirds are not matching it. They're kind of watching the game a little bit here at times.
Well, Coach Bean has to be pretty happy that all of a sudden now we're not at 3 after it looked like the Bluebirds with that 3-1 lead at one point in that first period.
Bowden behind the net, protects the puck, lost it along the dasher a little bit. She's pinned to the boards there by Efforts. Allows the Riverhawks to gain control.
Reverse, they got to be over there for that.
Pass through the middle, and here's another breakaway. This time it's going to be Piper Peterson, a save. Rebound cleared to the boards, and again, Aswegan, you can't step up there. You're the last line of defense. It's a bad time to step up, and those are the kinds of things you see more early in the season, early mistakes. But again, North Wright County, they're going to do what they can to their advantage, and they know their speed is one of their assets. They're going to send it in behind the defense and try and win races.
Yeah, and they are.
Shum's shot was knocked down out front, covered up.
Yeah, and then they crashed the net hard.
stings a little bit as we see Oswego going to the
Yeah, there's that break.
bench, sands the stick.
Nice save. He's got the blocker on that one. Great hit.
Yeah,
But yeah, if you're going to step up in that situation as the last one back, you absolutely 100% of the time have to have the puck.
You got to have the puck. Well, it's early in the year, but we're seeing plenty of mistakes for the coaching staff to work on.
Well, you know, I think both sides were seeing a little bit of that, obviously, but as you guys mentioned, it's early. Plenty of hockey left in front of you.
Yeah,
Shum stops up, trying to get away from McKenzie, ran right into Brnovic. And Zahalka pitching deep down the boards. There's another one. And that pass got through Danica Weiland and his icing. And again, they're just trying to slip somebody behind the defense.
Give the coaches credit. They saw something and it's working for them. They see that the defense for the Bluebirds is too aggressive, so they're going to stretch the ice on them.
Well, you talked about it, using their speed, and that's what they, on that last goal, that's exactly what happened, using that speed to get around the defense and making it count.
Yeah, it's a numbers game. You got to have a forward back, and you got to have both D. If one D takes a challenge, you got to have somebody back to help her out.
McKenzie gives it back to Semling, knocked off her stick by Hernandez. Good job by Zahalka, pinching all the way down to the goal line to keep the Riverhawks bottled up. On the near side, it's McKenzie battling against Hernandez. Semling in there to do some work as well. Four-person scrum along the back wall. Poked at, Semling. Bumps, gets it out. Brnovic to the backhand. That kicked away. Rebound chance just misses wide for Lily McKenzie. Zahalka, far side, got it to Semling. She's tripped up. And the Bluebirds are going back on the power play.
Just what they need at this point, because all of a sudden the shots are 14-9. North Wright County is getting a lot of momentum, and this might be the thing they need to get back in the lead.
Well, and the Riverhawks struggling on their penalty kills here so far tonight, giving up a couple of power play goals.
Yeah. The only problem is I think you're going to start with the second unit because McKenzie was out there for a long time.
Well, like Coach said, you got to get some other people to step up other than that first unit. So you want to get those girls out on the ice and see what they can contribute.
Yeah, early in the year, that's right. You got to have 2 units on the power play.
The second group came up with their first power play goal.
Well, there we go.
Crashing down as Pitson carries into the corner.
There's your point.
Gets support. Played out to the point. Alphin back down for Milton across. Zahalka takes the shot, kicked away by Lemke.
Yeah, Lemke's a good goaltender. You got to beat her clean.
Yep.
Got to be able to get to and pressure for the retrievals as well. That's good shorthanded pressure along the end wall by Alexa Larson.
Yeah, she was one person crew there, right? She took on 2 Bluebirds and won the battle. Well, now looks like you get the #1 unit out there after 40 seconds.
Bowden will tie up on the face-off. Chipped into the corner by Landkammer. McKenzie on the near boards. Semling tried to give it back to her. Brnovic can't get out of the zone. McKenzie pressured, knocked to the ice. Peterson continues to battle out to the point, played back in. McKenzie gets it out to Semling. Semling with speed into the zone, a shot, a save, and a hold for Lemke.
Wow, what hustle on the penalty kill over there. You see that effort?
Absolutely. I mean, and that's something that I know Coach Bean is looking for, is that hustle.
Yeah, she was really getting after it over there.
Yeah, but Semling with a nice shot, put a little pressure on that.
Not what you want in the power play.
No.
There you go.
Off the draw, Semling will carry behind. Out to the point, Brnovic. Cross, McKenzie has to go off the heel of her stick and out to center.
On the backhand.
Pass hit the skates of Weiland, recovered by Oswego, who carries down the left wing. Tried to center, fanned on it, recovers behind. Out to the point, McKenzie is shot, that's blocked. Recovered by Bowden. looking for some room. Hacks at it with a backhand. Turnaround shot by Semling. Stopped up by Lemke.
Big kill here for North Wright County.
McKenzie circles back to the board. Penalty is over.
Big
Down
kill.
low, out of the reach of Semling.
Big kill.
Riverhawks able to clear it, and again erased. Williams getting there first, poked away by McKenzie. Williams slides hard into the boards. Slow to get up, and as her team has it pinned,
Lost an
she'll
edge.
get an extra minute.
Lost an edge on that one. I went in there. She laid her body out. That's the thing you do when you go into the boards. You gotta get your body tall and go in there and disperse the physics.
Yeah, she's okay. Thankfully.
See her going here. There's a
I don't know. Get a little bit of
there. Yeah. Ew, she didn't hit her head.
stick in there.
Yeah, a little. Not much.
Not
Almost.
much.
You'll-
Not enough to call.
Not, Joe says no.
Stick
well,
on puck.
Stick on puck. he
Stick
says.
on puck.
All right, he agrees with the referee.
Yep.
And then blade to blade, skate to skate.
Blade to blade. No,
Those things happen.
no slew foot. Just a
Little
blade
bump.
to blade.
Little bump, and it's still, even without checking, it is a physical game.
Oh, even
Yes.
Into the zone, Caitlin Easton cuts out, shot, save, rebound still loose out front. Recover it down low, Anderson plays it out to the point. Alpha was trying to work her way in. Relieved of the puck, Easton battles for it behind the net. Gets some help from Olivia Reed along the end board. Zahalka pinches. They keep it in. Easton will dump it back in the corner. They'll get some fresh legs out. Riverhawks trying to break out, take advantage. They get it to center. Now get the zone and dump it deep. Leland takes it away, battles with Zahalka.
Crowd wants a trip. They just kind of stepped on the stick that time.
I could use a trip, like maybe to the Bahamas.
Oh yeah,
something
well,
like that.
just wait about 2 months. If you want it.
Riverhawks have to tag up. Bowden,
Nice move.
nice move around a stick check, gets in. That shot knocked down with a glove, but not held. Turning with it is Pitson, tried to get it to center. That was stopped up.
It's good to see the second and third unit getting a little time in the offensive zone here. That's what they need the rest of the game.
Good offensive zone possessions for CPCR recently, but not a lot for real scoring chances.
Nope.
This one's going to come right down in on goal. It's going to be covered by Grace Lund. A little less than 5 minutes remaining in the second period. We're all tied 3-3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bluebirds out shooting Riverhawks 7-6 here in this first round, but the only goal scored by North Wright County.
Okay. Well, we talked about earlier, Howie, the fact that you need to have 3 lines playing, and now the second and third unit, I thought they're settling in nice here in the second period. Both those last shifts were real good.
Hernandez sends it down and around. Lila Olson trying to play it up the board. Found the way jammed full of white jerseys. Bernavik plays it back. Cross ice play by Oswego, gets him out to center. Shum turns it her own blue line. Voids the
There's
check
an
from
interference.
Semling, and that is 100% interference.
Didn't call.
But you didn't hear those same fans complaining about that non-call.
No.
Semling into the zone. Snapshot is blocked. Semling recovers out front, shoots just wide.
And she needed a nice move to give herself an opportunity.
Out front, Bernavik, a goal! Sydney Bernavik has been helping everybody out, now helps her own cause. Her first of the season is a one-timer that puts Coon Rapids in front 4-3.
Well, you know, guys, how big is that goal? Because I think, you know, North Wright kind of really with the momentum coming into this second period, but now take that lead 4-3. That's a nice goal right there. You just work hard.
Put the puck in the front of the net, and you got
And
a player waiting for it,
Yep.
and that's how it goes. Well, those 2 shifts before that helped it out. They had the puck on the other end. They were able to get some time, let their team get some rest a little bit, but the players just settle into the game a little more, and then it pays off. Whoop.
Milton and Semling pick up the assists on the goal by Sidney Bernovic. Leland, a shot from ways out, rebounded, dangerous spot, still loose. Bodies all over in the blue paint. Puck comes into the near corner.
Lund gave up that dangerous rebound.
Yeah, well, at least she stopped the first shot.
Yep.
It was right there.
Peterson trying to come off the boards, lost the handle. Zahalka shovels it to the line, but kept in there by Weimer. Weimer walking in, her shot saved and covered by Lund. 3:23 to go in period number 2.
Well, a good response by North Wright County. All of a sudden, they get the puck in the Bluebird end, and they swarm all over the puck and get. Look at that traffic
Yeah.
in. There's 3 bodies down there. A nice collision.
That one probably could have been called a body check. But, you know, in those cases, too, that one off the crossbar got over the shoulder
Walked her.
of Grace Lund.
That was Weiland again.
Yep,
she
Weiland
was-
is
yeah,
creating
she-
opportunities.
She walked the D there right to the middle.
But, you know, and that could be the Semling one as well, as just, you know, coincidental contacts.
That's what
How
they-
much of it do they allow to go?
No, floater
They're going to
again.
float Weiland again. CPCR able to stop it up. Pitson steps up and keeps it in the zone. And now a steal by Bowden, plays it out front. Gets away from Paginen. She recovers behind the net. Turns away from the pressure from Larson. Got it to Bowden.
Yeah, gotta put that puck down low. You can't
Flipped
turn it
out
over
to the
there.
zone again.
Hit the
Lila Olsen
referee.
off the boards, hit the ref, kept it in the zone. Oswego plays it behind. Olsen shovels at it, got it ahead to Bowden. Soft backhanded pass ahead. And now here's Paginen into the zone. Her shot doesn't get through the traffic.
A lot of block shots by North Wright County.
Ring it. Left side, shot deflected, ends up high and wide. CPCR able to force it back out to center again. This one tipped to Bernovic. Bernovic with speed into the zone, down the right wing. Has Semling out front, and she couldn't quite get a stick on it for the tip.
Good idea.
Riverhawks get it right back out. Semling plays it across. Ahead for Zahalka and in for Bernovic. June Semling, first one there, turns and looks. Out to the point for Milton. Milton a shot, that's blocked out front. To the line, but not out. Zahalka can't get it through the traffic either. Bernovic will get around one. Got it to McKenzie, back up. Semling a shot, save, rebound, over the stick, that's still loose. Swept away, and here comes Landcamer out to center, able to avoid Milton and get out. And now all the way down into the CPCR corner under the final minute of this second period. A little bump along the boards.
Letting them bump.
That one's not going to get called either.
They're letting them bump.
Some hands in the air from the Riverhawk faithful. But no hands in the air from the guys in stripes.
Okay,
These are in a really good game for Anna Pitson.
Yeah,
Pretty
she's playing
impressed
well.
with the freshman. She got the first goal of the night.
Walk the slot. Here you go. Oh, that was it. Okay. 20 seconds. He's got to play good forecheck here. Keep the puck down there.
Paginen draws a couple of white jerseys and does just that. Keeps them bottled up. Now
9
forced
seconds on a
onto
3-on-1.
center and a
Oh,
3-on-1.
for goodness
5
sake.
seconds to go. An opportunity in that shot up over the net for Piper Peterson.
They're kids.
Yeah, you talked about it. All you got to do is keep it down there the
Oh,
last
my.
20 seconds. They
Yeah.
did
Yeah,
well
that was-
for the
yeah.
for the next 10 to
There's
15.
four people down below the puck, and then here they come with 30. Well, the coach said play to work on.
And no penalty called. There was a little bit of a reach into the hands there, but the shot by Peterson up over the net, and no call to be made. And maybe that's what Coach Bean is talking with the officials about.
Right.
There were some, I think, some questionable non-calls on both sides, but maybe a few more on her side. I want to make sure she gets a good explanation so she knows what to say to her crew when she gets back to the locker room. And June Sembling a little slow to get off of the ice, but she is off now, and Howie Shapiro is with Coach Bean.
Thanks, guys. I am here with Coach Bean. Coach, the first period, you guys started out with a lot of momentum, got that first goal. I know some of the things you guys wanted to work on with your special team, gave up a couple of power play goals in that first period. Huge goal to end that first. Came back, tied it up, and gave up that fourth goal. Talk a little bit about what you have seen from your squad in the first two periods.
Yeah, we feel overall that we're playing resilient, where we feel like we're playing gritty. We have to stay out of the box. Some of that is just lazy penalties, and we're not moving our feet, and then we're being too involved with our sticks. But just in general, 5-on-5 on the penalty kill, less puck watching, competing harder. CPCR, they're fast, they're physical. We have to match that.
So your message basically to the girls is just, continue to play your game. I know you go play to the puck, do those kind of things, and stay out of the box. Obviously, those are those things you need to work on.
Absolutely, and getting more pucks to the net. D, forwards, just in general, 13 shots in 2 periods isn't enough to win a hockey game at this level, so more pucks to the net.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the third. We're going to take a break and be back right after this with second period highlights.
There was once a time when local sports coverage wasn't what it is now. A dark age filled with handicaps and Polaroids and angry crowds. Then 2 noble souls stood and proclaimed aloud that they'd give the people high-quality sports no matter how. So Sports Nights they became. Delivering stats and highlights was their vow. And Sports Nights they remain. Watch them weekly on CTN Now.
back at Moose Jarrett Arena in Monticello. Champlin Park, Coon Rapids still leading by a goal. Each team adding to their total in the middle frame. And again, it was North Wright County just using their speed, winning a race. Getting the goal that got us even. Another look at it. Williams, one of those freshmen that got her first varsity goal in the season opener, gets another here tonight. That evened the score. And then Cindy Bernovic on a one-timer. Nola Milton, great dish. Great finish for Cindy Bernovic. And that put CPCR back in front. And that is where we sit.
Yeah, 22 shots on goal from the Bluebirds, 13 in comparison. But I mean, you look at 2 of 3 on the power play, 7 power play shots. That's huge. That's huge.
That's the difference in the game. But I do have a good question for both of you. How do you like the music here at the Moose?
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I love a rainy night.
Music at the Moose. Music at the Moose.
But I love the fact that we're back into the hockey season. I've never shied away.
Never.
From
your whole life.
Talking about it as being my number one, and I'm excited that it is here. I'm really excited about what this team can accomplish this season. And I hope you're as excited as I am for the third period, because it's right after this on CTN.
There was once a time when local sports coverage wasn't what it is now. A dark age filled with handycams and Polaroids and angry crowds. Then 2 noble souls stood and proclaimed aloud that they'd give the people high-quality sports no matter how. So sports nights they became. Delivering stats and highlights was their vow. And sports nights they remain. Watch them weekly on CTN Now.
As you know, CTN's on YouTube, and we're on in a big way. We have thousands of videos online to help you stay connected to Coon Rapids on any device, at home, or on the go. And it's because of your faithful viewership that we can celebrate 10,000 subscribers to the CTN YouTube page. Thank you for your support as we continue to keep you connected.
CPCR got a 5-4 win in their opener at Eden Prairie. They open their home schedule, as we talked about a little earlier, with a very tough Hill Murray squad this weekend at the Ice Forum in Champlin. Their opener at Coon Rapids Ice Arena a week from tonight, and we will be there.
We will be there.
And it will be, I do believe, Rogers,
correct.
Which is another great section rivalry.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and then I think, and then that 2 weeks from that Saturday, I think that's when we, it's Maple Grove.
Well, no easy games.
Yeah, no easy games, correct.
That's good, though. It'll build the team for the end of the year. You don't win any championships in November and December, right?
Nope.
You want to play the good competition and just see what happens.
Well, yeah, because it's the true test of where you are when you're playing the better teams. And
yeah, and this North Wright County team is a good team.
Very good. And this will be a fun third period.
It should be.
Well, Coon Rapids has the 4-3 advantage. They had a 2-goal lead in the second period, and that stick off the faceoff. Semling lifted the stick of Heckendorf, and it flew over all of the Bluebirds on their bench. ended up, it almost took out Coach Gutterman.
What a play by Schramm there. You see that? McKenzie had her going and assembling, and she was able to just get in her way and take the puck away. She's had a good game.
Oh, if the Bluebirds can manufacture.
Semling steps around. She's got Brnovic. Brnovic lost it. Regathers, has Semling out front. There it is. And the Bluebirds have a 2-goal lead once again. June Semling netting her second of the night, fourth of the year.
There they played the 2-on-1 the proper way.
I was just going to say, and it happened too quickly, but if the Bluebirds could get that fifth goal before North Wright County could score, all of a sudden a 2-goal lead.
The defender made the turn.
Beautiful
She
pass.
made the turn, opened up. That opened the pass. There it is.
Beautiful
She didn't
pass.
have her stick flat on the ice, so the pass able to get there. But that happened way at the other blue line because the Wright County players, you saw Joe, she turned and gave her the opening she needed, and that turned into a 2-on-1.
Well, Semling caught the first defender flat-footed.
Yep.
And she's got speed. And then Brnovic, a nice job regathering it. She lost it. There's a chance of an open rebound. Trickles wide for Bowden.
That net was wide open.
She kind of lost the handle as she entered the zone, but was able to reach back and make sure they stayed on side.
A little wet ice.
And then, beauty of a feed and Semling. An easy touch to the back of the net. And CPCR has reestablished that 2-goal lead.
Yeah, that's good. Now they need to just settle down and play. Like right now, you got to watch that player in the middle for North Wright County. If he wants to go down, but there's an opening behind him.
Well, weak side defense, Nola Milton paying a little more attention to Landcamer trying to sneak out as the weak side wing. We saw them doing that to great success through the first couple of periods. Floating that weak side wing, and this one just dumped in deep by Pitson. She'll get off, and they'll get a line change.
A nice weak side pass there. And that's the argument. If you're going to fly somebody out in the zone, you're one less person in the zone, so you can take advantage of that.
Effort stops up just inside her zone. That pass bounces away from Tollefson down in, and they're going to call it icing. And thought it hit Tollefson after the red line, but
well, you know, you saw the Riverhawks and the Piers 1 and 2 being the aggressor to start. Now we've seen the Bluebirds here being the aggressor. Obviously, get that first goal. Couple of good opportunities. Look at the wide open net.
Bowden nearly had it on her backhand.
Yeah, it was a really good play by the defense there.
I'm not sure if Bowden's figured into the scoring, but she's played well here tonight.
Tessa does not have a goal.
No, but in terms of an assist.
I don't believe so. I'll check for you. I'm going to go with no.
But I think she's played well.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, Tessa's a nice beat.
Yes.
She was fourth in scoring for the team last year with 12 goals and 13 assists.
Yeah, and that's part of that depth they need. And there's plenty of depth in the squad. They just have to keep working on their game, keep working on possession in the offensive zone this period. And no mistakes, got to have players back. No odd rushes.
Well, and again, that's why I brought up, I saw Nola Milton leaking out when the weak side defender or weak side winger did, trying to eliminate that cherry picker situation. McKenzie gets turned back up ice, not a lot on that shot. Lemke lets it go wide, trying to cover it along the side of her net. Puck still loose, poked at. All three forwards for the Bluebirds are in there, all five of the defenders for North Wright County. Alphen has a swing at it, can't knock it away from Hernandez. Those two battle along the boards. Lily McKenzie in there as well. She tries to play it back to the corner, now comes free, and we're going to have a penalty. And it's going to go against Lily McKenzie and the Bluebirds. And North Wright County, a big power play they really need to pay off. They had a power play in the first period. They did not get a shot on goal. They did give up a couple of shorthanded looks. But one of the big shorthanded weapons for the Bluebirds is currently sitting in the box.
That's the big thing is McKenzie's in the box. And she's dangerous shorthanded, and that gives an advantage to the Warhawks.
Well, and I know Coach Bean told her girls that this is an opportunity with their best player off the ice. Let's see what we can do to capitalize on the power play.
Hernandez sends it down deep. Milton intercepts, but then had it taken right back away from her by Brooke Williams. Those two tie up along the end board. Support comes from Taylin Tollefson, she pokes it free. Williams trying to get it back to her. Milton got a piece of it. Now Tollefson to the top of the circle. She's bumped off the puck. Milton flips it out to center. Hernandez back into her own zone, sends it across for Weimer ahead. Stopped up and sent back in by Zahalka. Off the boards pass, doesn't click. Bowden had a touch on it, but Tollefson able to send it in deep. She gives chase. She's neutralized along the end boards. Was played out to the point, but the point was vacant. And so they have to track it back into their own end about midway through this power play opportunity. And again, no shots on goal to this point. There is one, not a lot on it. Relatively easy save. That one cleared and would have gone the length, but it was knocked down by Brnovic with a high stick. Weiland sends it back in. Chipped off the boards. Recovered by Larson out to the point. Shum's shot is blocked. Semling has it in her equipment, able to get it out to center, taken back by Landcamer. Shum off the near boards. Larson has to circle to recover. Pressured now by Brnovic. She goes across the red line, continuing to be harassed by Brnovic. She gets free now, has a little bit of room to enter the zone. Her shot right into the midsection, and Lund will cover up. 17 seconds left on the advantage for North Wright County.
Yeah, Lund doing a good job making that first stop. Got to just keep controlling those rebounds.
Yeah, and they'd like to poke one in here before this 17 seconds is up, because the momentum obviously on the Bluebird side, 2-goal lead.
Yeah.
And it'd be huge for CPCR to kill off this penalty as well.
Yeah, so far so good. They're not giving up any real quality shots on any set plays. North Wright County's trying to wheel out of the corner to get to the middle, but it hasn't worked.
Larson comes out of the corner up top. Weiland is shot. That gets through and scores. It will not be a power play goal, but it will cut the deficit to 1 with just under 12 minutes to play.
Boy, that's a huge goal for them. They needed that, obviously. And it's
Weiland again. She's in trouble.
I wasn't sure if it got tipped up front. There was definitely a good screen down low. Yeah, I think it just snuck through Heckendorf again, right on the doorstep. And
alone. Yep, the defense has got to do a better job of getting between those players in their net, because that's about 3-4 times where there's been an open North Wright County player there, and 2 times it's been in the net. Well, here they go with the 2-on-1.
Almost. Nice play.
So Heckendorf did not get a piece of it. Weiland credited with her second of the night. But again, left alone out front, at least to take away the goalie's eyes. And North Wright County has a little jump in their step as they bring the pressure. Walking in, top of the circle. That shot is up high for Josie Brill.
You cannot let that happen. She just walked right in.
Well, running around your zone again, not doing your job.
Well, and if that's Weiland, it's a tie game again.
Yeah, absolutely.
But as it is, Josie Brill got under it a little bit, sent it over the net. CPCR trying to get back on the attack. Pass didn't click. It's taken away by Zahalka. A shot that misses wide. Anderson recovers. Will play it back on net. Lemke turns it away. Great job by Avery Anderson then to step up and prevent the exit by North Wright County. Bowden back down. Easton is shot. That's deflected. Ends up in the far corner.
It's a nice pass by Bowden right on her stick.
Well, that's a good response by the other unit that came
Anderson, another takeaway. This one deep. Plays it out to Zahalka at the point. Played down and around. Reed pinched to the boards. Puck still there. Both players skated away from it. Now Reed trying to center. That's knocked free by Brill. Brill in the corner. Had it poked away by Avery Anderson again. Backhand clearing attempt by Weimer. Ain't going to get past with that kind of velocity. Sent back in deep by Bowden. CPCR trying to roll the line change in the offensive zone. This one finally cleared, and some much needed reinforcements for North Wright County. Long pass, and that one was offside. Kendall Ringett Just a half a step too late.
Yeah, those cross ice passes from deep in your own zone, that's a lot of territory to cover, especially when you're up by 1. You got to be real careful, only if it's 100% wide open.
But all it really needed to do is get across that blue line, and it didn't clear by much before Ringen was thinking that, oh, she could have been there a foot earlier, would have been able to walk in. Blast by Shum, misses wide off the end boards, pushed back toward the net, taken away by Eswegen. That pass ahead didn't connect. Shum at her own blue line, had it taken away by Sembling, a shot, and his shoulder saved by Lemke. She is an absolute laser and gets it off in a heartbeat.
Yes, she does. Very impressive.
Zahalka to Sembling. It scores! June Sembling lights the lamp again. She's got the hat trick.
Well, a nice give and go on that one. It was a beautiful play. Get the defender to commit a little bit outside, drive the middle, slip the puck in there, and Sembling has just been outstanding today.
Yeah, I mean, again, they were determined, guys, to get that lead, 2-goal lead back. And June Sembling, as Joe, you talked about, snap, get the quick shot off, but there again, yeah, she's able to get past the defense. And
4 defenders around her, no one could handle her.
Nope.
Flips it high over the glove of Lemke. And
she didn't have a lot there.
She's got 5 goals already this season.
That's pretty impressive. 5 goals in 2 games.
Yeah, she's
and this game's not over yet. Still 9:20 left.
Weiland looks to answer. Her shot is blocked off the end boards. Olsen trying to play it up the wing. Now we'll play it back behind. Eswegen reverses. Pitson can't get out of the zone.
Yeah, that's a problem here. 2 feet from the blue line, you have to get out.
Yep.
Weiland pinched to the backboards by Eswegen. Poked at by Paginen. Coming away with it is Alexa Larson for North Wright County. Weiland centers. That hit traffic, ends up back with Weiland behind the net. Sidesteps some pressure. Tried to bank it in off the keeper. That didn't work either. Pitson just trying to flip it out, up and out, but put it into the box. So it'll be a defensive zone face-off for CPCR.
101, Howie, that little triangle behind the net. They used to try to tell kids it works. You see it in the pros, you see it here. You set up 1 on each side of the post. You got the 3rd player in the top of the triangle, roaming in the middle in front of the net. Pass over, she finds a weak spot, get her to pass, sometimes a goal. So they're running that. It was looking pretty well.
Fundamentals are so basic, but
not easy to execute at times.
Not always.
That's way outside. Pulowski just trying to dump it in, but got it across the line before the dump attempt, so offside.
Well, Bluebirds, so far so good. They just have to keep getting pucks out of their end, try to make sure they're playing their positions for the rest of the game, because they're going to keep dumping and chasing on you.
Oh yeah, and I mean, Coach Gutty said they're so good at being aggressive in front of the net.
Sembling has to reach back for it, stops up on the blue line, does gain the zone. Here's McKenzie circling in the slot, plays it across the top of the crease. Zahalka winds and fires, misses wide, rings around. Milton at the far side blue, dumps it deep. McKenzie behind the blue line, or behind the net. Plays it back up top, now gets it right back. Lily McKenzie, top of the zone, on her backhand. She'll flip it toward the net. That didn't make it through traffic, but she's able to recover. Bernovic there to support, recover the puck, play it back down low. McKenzie pushed and shoved, plays the cycle down to Sembling. There's a shot, a tip, and a goal. Bernovic gets her second of the game, and that top line continues to click.
Yeah, they're definitely trouble whenever they're out there. Other teams have to really pay attention to them, and they will all the way down the road. Certain Saturday, Hill Murray will know about that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure of it.
The thing is, they're getting the job done, and the rest of the team is doing a good job stepping up, because they need all 3 lines to win games, and the first line does their job getting goals.
Great tip on the doorstep by Sydney Bernovic. Put it right between the pads of Lemke. No chance on a redirection from that close.
Red's enjoying it for sure.
Little more comfortable with a 3-goal lead, 7:20 to play. And yeah, that line is awfully good. All three connecting on that, because it's going to be Semling and McKenzie on the assists.
Ill-timed pinch.
Weiland plays it out front, gets the rebound, played it behind Lund, and out the other side of the crease. A golden opportunity, as you mentioned. Coon Rapids, Champlain Park caught up ice with bodies. They had the numbers, got the rebound, had a wide open net, and sent it across the front of the wide open cage.
I mean, when you have a lead with 6 minutes left, you cannot be pinching when there's no one covering for you.
Yeah, again,
Bowden with a steal in close, a blocker save for Lemke, and it's up out of play.
Well, I mean, they're being so aggressive. I mean, you're seeing that here in this third period by the Bluebirds, just being aggressive in front of the net.
Here, watch this. You get it out front, and there you go. It did hit the post and then went across behind, and then Bowden with a steal. Lemke got a piece of it, and it hit the crossbar.
There they go.
Here comes Weiland. Weiland winning the race down the right side. Stays in control, tried to center, that's taken away, and here's Tessa Bowden. Into the Riverhawk zone, will flip it on. Lemke kicks it to the far corner. Bowden overskated it. Recovered there by Heckendorf. Heckendorf ahead, Weiland troubled but in the zone. Behind the defense, she's dragged down, and we'll see if this will be a penalty or a penalty shot.
It should be a penalty.
She didn't have possession, I don't think.
She didn't have a full stride.
No.
Well, that's no longer really the, if you're behind and you take away a scoring opportunity, they, I think would call it, but that's, Gutterman's.
Oh, they're in there talking.
Gutterman is not happy about the call, but there's definitely a hole.
Well, and, and she's so dangerous. Weiland's so dangerous. Obviously, you want to take her out of the play, and you give up the penalty to prevent the goal.
Hook, hold, call it what you want.
Yeah.
Well, again, they got
is
in
that a good
position.
penalty, Jerry?
Well, in this case, it is, but it's a bad penalty because how do you have players one-on-one when you're ahead in the game? You got to just start tightening it down defensively.
I agree.
Well, and at the same time, it does give you, with a 3-goal lead, the opportunity to just ice the puck.
Yep.
Just throw the puck.
Yeah.
And you've got to stick with that. And part of the, I think the aggressiveness is mishandled by Lund. Weiland recovers. Is when you score 7 goals in a game, everybody gets excited and wants to get in on the offensive action. But here you've got another team that can score big numbers as well. So you have to stay strong defensively. McKenzie, Semling pushes that one out of the zone, gives chase. Shum gets it to Landkammer. Across. Weiland settles back for Landkammer. Landkammer into the zone. Bumped by Alphen. Had it taken away along the boards. Alphen plays it off the glass and out.
Well, you just don't want to get some bad habits developed before you go into Hill Murray, because they'll make you pay.
Oh, absolutely will.
They'll make you pay on that.
Yep, and we talk about it. Early in the season, sometimes you have to get reined back into playing a more disciplined style of hockey. A lot of times your summer teams, it's a little looser.
Oh, they got elbow to the head there.
It's a cutback opportunity for Caitlin Easton. She took the hit, and we will skate 4-on-4 for the next 41 seconds.
Yeah.
That's a tough part to give up for North Wright County because you're trying to get back into this contest down by 3, and then all of a sudden now you're 4-on-4, and then the Bluebirds will get a short penalty.
Well, I should have cut back here and then just kind of flinched her out there to try to stop her momentum to the middle, and luckily no one got hurt on the play. Things happen fast.
But again, that's a reactionary, knowing you can't let that player get back to the center of the ice.
2 games in hockey, Howie, you know what they are, right? Inside the dots, outside the dots.
Right.
Steal for Bowden.
You have
could not keep control. McKenzie gets hold of the loose puck. She circles left side, low angle shot. Lemke will hold it with her glove, and we'll get a face off. 19 seconds left of 4-on-4, and then we'll have a minute 20 of Bluebird power play.
Well, Coach Bean can't be totally happy. You look at the shot total, right? So they
only,
don't have
only 6 shots in this
in the period. Yeah.
Yep.
2 of those coming on the power play, and then the goal came just seconds after that penalty had expired.
There she is.
Sydney Bernovic down the left wing into the corner behind the net, and now a power play for the visitors. Bernovic, great pass, assembling cross ice, got through. They get it back to Bernovic, walking in, a shot, rebound, and Oswego just fanned on the rebound opportunity. There's a chance in close for Bowden that's turned away. Up top, Bernovic across. Oswego
in the crease.
And we have the net off.
That's off. Yep. Okay. And it looks like it was done by the defensive squad. So
they're going to stay in the zone. 46 seconds remaining in the power play for CPCR. Yeah. They are 2 for 3 so far tonight.
The one thing you always try to tell kids is you have more time than you think sometimes, because that one-timer attempt could have stopped, could have gathered the puck and got a better shot. So always know you have a second or two. Take your time.
Well, the game moves so fast. Sometimes it's tough. I know.
Good step up by McKenzie, but Whelan able to get it through her. This battle continues right at the blue line. Forced in. Oswego comes free. Knocked off her stick. Flipped out to center by Pulowski. McKenzie back in her own end. Gets it ahead for Bowden, and now June Semling. June Semling. That shot blocked. North Wright County will flip it out. And they've got speed.
They do have speed.
Lily McKenzie. What a stick. She lays down and just tips it off the stick of Alexa Larson. I don't think Larson could have done much from where she was without support, but still a great effort by Lily McKenzie. She lost the race to the puck, but didn't lose the puck.
Well, always keep battling.
McKenzie's going to fire this one all the way down. Misses just wide, so we'll be icing. But clearly needed a breather.
Yeah.
Yep.
And she'll get off the ice. 2:14 to go. The power play over, so back to full strength.
And the good thing about high school is you get to change lines after an icing. College pros, you got to suffer. You're staying out there.
Better be well conditioned.
Yes.
Played in deep. Milton can't control. Got through to Tollefson. She's relieved of the puck. Battle continues along the near boards. Zahalka steps in to keep the action along the boards.
Yeah,
with Leland.
Good defensive position. People are where they belong right now. Get a little deeper inside the dot. There you go on the weak side. Don't need to be wide, right in the middle.
But then get wide as soon as you get the turnover. This one lofted the length of the ice, and that will be icing.
Yep, protect the middle of the rink.
Yep.
Fans are happy down there.
Something's going on.
Great early season matchup between a couple of section rivals. CPCR, barring a meltdown, will move to 2-0 on the season.
Yeah, they had to fight for it.
Handing the Riverhawks their first loss of the year at the same time.
It definitely was a challenging game for them, but they were able to pull through here in the end.
Working it out front, but the puck knocked away from Borns. Not able to get a shot off. But you love to see 7 on the board for your team. You love to score 7 goals. Four given up is a little bit of a concern.
Yeah, but 7 against a good goaltender and a pretty good team. That's a nice night. So, yeah, definitely focus on the positive. That's a positive.
And able to get the fourth line out here at the end.
And they keep the puck in the end. Way to go.
Semling overskates it. Alphen plays it back in deep.
Yeah, just keep it down in their end and the clock continuing to run.
It's a lot easier to play this game at the offensive end.
Oh, it is.
Oh, for sure.
Yep, make them work hard and run around and get tired.
Pass didn't click at the blue line, goes all the way down. Alphen will reverse. Eswegan gets it back to Alphen along the near board. She lost it to Larson, but now able to regather it, get it out to center. Weiland poked it free, but right to Semling. Semling will fire it wide. The buzzer will sound. And this one is in the books.
Guys, it's a nice win for the Bluebirds.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially where the way this first period started and a little bit aggressive by North Wright County, and then again in the second, and that's able to stay with them, but those big goals just open that lead, and North Wright County couldn't do anything to get back into the contest.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if these two teams do meet in the section, because they'll have a lot of tough games between now and then, and it could be quite a game if that happens, because it was a good game today.
Yes, well, definitely a good, really good win.
Well, and again, you have to look at a section where you've got a couple of teams that are going to be, maybe not at the end of the season, but will be in that conversation of top 5 teams in the state all year long in Maple Grove and Spring Lake Park Centennial.
Yep.
CPCR is hoping that they can be in that conversation as well. They have been very strong the last couple of seasons, and they return, as we talked about, just a boatload of talent, and they're already showing out. You got June Semling, just a sophomore, 5 goals in her first 2 games.
That's amazing.
Sydney Bernovic had 2 goals tonight, at least 2 assists, so she's up to like 6 points for her start. Lily had 1 goal tonight, and I think a couple of helpers as well.
Right.
So that top line really clicking. But we saw also, the second and third lines. We saw Tessa Bowden get herself some really good chances.
Absolutely.
We saw Caitlin Easton. I think she's going to be a big depth factor for the team this year. They've got to shore up the defense. The defense cannot be this aggressive and give up opportunities. And maybe part of that is being spoiled with a goaltender like Wastrel, who has been a 4-year starter at the back end, now with Grace back there.
And Grace did well tonight.
She
did what she needed to do.
Well, she did, but she shouldn't be put in that spot, especially as the backup. But no goaltender should see 3-4 breakaways in a game.
People in front of your net all alone. I think you hit the nail on the head right there. The offensive performance, very, very strong. Defensively, there's some work to be done there to cover that front of that net better.
Second game of the year, obviously there are things to work on, but the fact that your backup goaltender comes in a tough situation and does pretty well.
And scores a win against a section rival, but the road only gets tougher from here. We talked about the home opener at the Ice Forum on Saturday. Our friends from QC TV will have the coverage of that one as they take on Hill Murray. And then we will see them again on Tuesday at their home opener on Cricks Ice against another section rival in Rogers. Our first look at the new SLPCR boys hockey squad will be when they take on St. Michael Albertville on Tuesday the 26th. We'll see CPCR again, as we talked about earlier in the broadcast, against a very highly ranked Maple Grove squad. That coming on Saturday the 30th. But that is going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro and Jerry Grant, I'm Joe Young. Say goodnight.